Right, shalom, shalom to the house of Israel.
Shalom.
We are, the Church of Yahweh Shai 144, second, circle.
Hopeful elect.
Hopeful elect. Also, that's the channel. Yeah. The brother, elect hopeful.
Yeah.
Right. The brother Mayam, the reader of the camp. The second circle. Myself, Yazabwa Allah. The teacher. From time to time, the brother Mitch will come, but these days he's not around. For the Bible says we have to, we have to feed ourselves, we have to take care of our family. So, for that purpose, I don't think he'll be around us today, and I don't know if he'll be around us the day before. But before we start, all right, we'll turn to if he'll be around us the week after, right?
Lord willing.
Right, Lord willing. So, Yahweh, all right. Double honors to the GMS, to the apostle GMS who teach and rule well. All right, shalom. Double honors to Hashem. Okay. Peace, salutation to the hopeful elect. All right, who are doing the work. Okay. And shalom to the brothers who are awaiting the return of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah Mashiach. All right. Obviously, as you know, our ministry, which is the new wine ministry, okay, consists of, going a bit deeper, any doctrine, go a bit deeper. All right, so that's what we're going to do today. So today, we're going to talk about something interesting. And the reason why I brought it through the Spirit is because the Most High is doing something, which I understand. 2 weeks back, okay, two or 3 weeks back, a sister asked a question to one of the brothers in America of the Church of GMS, all right? Asked him a question based on, First Maccabee, okay, 8, First Maccabee chapter 8, regarding the Romans, all right? So the brothers, he said that those Romans were, Edomites. She was asking if those Romans were Edomite or if they were Jake, meaning Israelite. So the brother said that they are Edomite. But today we're about to go into it to, determine if they are or they were Israelite or they were Edomite. That's why this new wine ministry is very, very, very important, because it will reveal a lot of things, okay, that are biblical. Obviously the Most High wanted that way, wanted that way. Study ourselves, study to show ourselves approved. Rightly dividing the word of the Most High, man. And that's what we're going to do. But, before we do it, we're going to use strategy to bring the... yeah, but before that, we ain't going to read Maccabees right now, What we're going to do, So, we're going to prove to brothers that actually those Romans predominantly were from the Issachar tribe. All right, Issachar tribe, and obviously some of them were from the Levite tribe. We're gonna go into the history, okay, and we're gonna go into the word and the breaking down of it for brothers to be edified. And I believe that the reason why the sister, asked that question, because the Most High now, it's time for the Most High now to reveal that, level of the gospel to the house of Israel, and he's using, the humble servant, the less esteemed, to do it. That's how the Most High do it. Because people might ask, go to Isaiah 28 and 11. People might ask that question, but why is he, who is this guy, man? Because obviously me, when you can see my accent, that I'm not, English born and bred. I came from somewhere, and I came here at some point of time in my life. And I'm the one teaching, those revelations that were given to me through the Spirit by the brother Ashan, to whom, the Spirit revealed these, things. So, and what's interesting is that I'm the last one that, you will think, will be able to use, to bring that, those sort of revelation, because I don't speak, English is not my first language, man. You know what I mean? But it's prophetic, man. That's why I say the Most High is losing what? The least esteem. It's always, remember that, Israel. Yahweh will always use the people that you don't like. Alright? But like I say, whoever is liked by Israel is in trouble with Yahweh anyway. Okay? So go to Isaiah 28 and 11 and read it.
This is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 11. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people.
See that? For with stammering lips and another tongue, like that, will he speak to his people. All right, and that's I'm one example, man. Like I say, I don't speak English like the brothers speak English. I speak English fluently, but I don't speak like a born and bred.
Like a mother tongue.
Like a mother tongue. Like, I don't have the accent, and like my accent is French, African, Because obviously, yes, I speak French before I speak. And that's what the Most High is doing, man. See? That's why we always have to be humble, because that's the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So I'm going to go through it. Brothers just need to pay attention and take note. You see? You got to take note. If what I say, you don't agree with it, the first thing you should do as a man of the Lord is actually to take note. You take a pen and a pad, you take note of everything that I say, and you study it, and the Most High, you will see if it's false or true. Okay? But don't just reject it, because by rejecting it, you will miss a gem. You will miss a gem. You will miss a revelation. You will miss a lot of things. All right? So, let's start with this. Go to Matthew. Right? Go to Matthew 22. Go to Matthew 22.
Yeah. Which verse? Top?
Start at 16 to 21.
This is Matthew chapter 22, verse 16. And they sent out unto him their disciples with the inheritance, saying, Master, we know that thou art true, and teachest the way of Yahweh in truth. Neither carest thou for any man, for thou regardest not the person of men. Verse 17. Tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not?
See that? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar and not? And we're gonna explain that Caesar. Who is Caesar? Because a lot of people have a perception of who Caesar is. Yeah. But we're gonna go into it so you can understand at the end who those Romans were, man.
Yeah.
Bring that out.
Verse 18. But Yahweh shall perceive their wickedness.
Right, but Yahweh perceived their wickedness
and said, Why tempt ye me?
Why tempt ye me? Yeah.
Why tempt ye me?
Why tempt ye me? Carry on.
Ye hypocrites.
Ye hypocrite. Carry on.
Verse 19.
Right.
Shew me the tribute. Verse 19. Shew me the tribute money.
Right. So, it was like a coin.
Yeah.
And on which you had like a Julius Caesar face.
Yeah.
So he said, show me the coin, show me the money. Read it.
And they brought unto him.
And they brought unto him
a penny.
A penny, right? Yeah. Carry on.
Verse 20.
Right.
And he said unto them.
Right.
Who's in this image? Verse 20. And he said unto them.
Right.
Whose is this image?
Right.
And superscription. Verse 21. They said unto him, Caesar's.
Right? So carry on.
Then saith he unto them.
So at that time, Caesar's is the
Like
the
emperor.
money. Yeah, that it's not. He's probably not around anymore, but you know, his money is still, you know, around. Like he's head, he's still around. But we're gonna understand the depth of these things, this truth, man.
That's what he asked. He said, whose is this image
Right.
and superscription?
Right.
So whose like faces of the coin?
Right. Carry on.
Yeah. Verse 20. And he saith unto them, whose is this image and superscription? Verse 21. They say unto him, Caesar's.
Right.
Then saith he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's.
See that? Render therefore unto Caesar the things that are what?
The things which are Caesar's.
The things which are Caesar. Meaning people were paying tax to Caesar, man.
Yeah.
You will understand why they were paying tax to Caesars, man. We're gonna read.
Hear all Israel. And unto Yahweh the things that are
And
Yahweh's.
unto Yahweh the things
That are Yahweh's.
that are Yahweh. So now I'm gonna read. Something right about Julius Caesars. First of all, you got to understand that the term Julius come from Jew.
True, yeah.
All right. And if you think I might go obviously I will show it. I will in editing. I will show all of that.
Yeah.
But Caesar, it means severed.
Seventh.
Severed, to be severed.
Yeah, like sliced up.
Yeah. All right. That's what it means. The better in mind. When you go into the blue letter, that term Caesar means severed, man. So Julius Caesar means a severed Jew. Who are the severed Jews in the Bible? Who were taken, you know, who were taken as a portion to Yahweh when they were distributing the land? When they were distributing, when Joshua and them conquered, you know, Canaan, and they were distributing the land. To whom tribe and Moses say, Yahweh say, see this one, don't give them no land, they will do my work, they're for me.
Not Levites.
The Levites. All right? So that is it's an indication that Julius Caesar, right, was a Levite. Hence the reason why they're paying tax to him.
Swear. Wow, wait.
All right, so
You must see the big portion though.
right, but so that's the spirit in it.
Yeah.
The Levite, you know, you pay. But even there's another prophecy for another tribe as well, to whom a lot of people pay tribute. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. But I'm just explaining you the depth behind Julius Caesar, man. He was a Jake from the tribe of Levi. That's why they were paying tithe to him. All right, that's the spirit behind it. Just like Matthew. If you go into Matthew now, type Matthew in the blue letter Bible, you know, it's Mathatha Yahweh, which is the gift of Yahweh. And Matthew was what? Matthew was a tax collector. All right.
Oh, wow.
So he's the Levite. So people won't understand how we know the tribe and this and that. That's where we're going with this. This is how the spirit is working with brothers, man.
Yeah, true.
All right. This is how the spirit is going to show you things. And if you hearken to this, to the teaching, and you do your own, you know, research, yeah, this is how you will be able to understand the depth of this truth, man. All right. So, you know, I'm taking this from it's called Rasta Live Wire, meaning it's a so-called Pan-African, you know, a movement website. You know, like scholars that have the depth, they understand about, because you got a group of niggas, I would say, that know the back of the whole, they went to the uni, they went to this university, they went to these libraries, and they're able to crack the code as far as the identity of some of our people in the past. Who, because you know that there's been a huge brainwashing of the icons and of the powerful people in the past. Esau made them look like them, but in all actuality, these people are us. Okay, and one example is Julius Caesar. So we're gonna read it. So the title is this: was Julius Caesar what? Not on your life.
Not
Meaning like, no way. Like you say, was Julius Caesar was it? It's a question. And then he answers like you say, Yahweh forbid. Not on our life. So you say the African root, obviously we know when you say African, and even that term African goes back to a Jew. Okay, Scipius Africanus wasn't in Edomite, like they let us know that he was in Edomite. Scipius Africanus was a Jew. That's the reason why you got the Punic War. The Punic War goes back to the term Punite. The Punite were the sons of Pur, which were a son of the Issachar, of Issachar. Issachar had two sons, Pur and Tola. Okay? So the Punic War goes back to the Punite. These people were Jake, man. The Roman of so-called North Africa, of the Carthagena, all these people, the Carthaginians, all these people were Jews. When I say Jews, like were Israelite, mainly from the tribe of Issachar. And we're gonna go into that. So the people that the Maccabees having, their covenant with in 1 Maccabees 8 are Israelites, are the Romans, but they're Israelites. You gotta understand. A lot of people get put off by the timeline because you have the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire didn't form AD, meaning after Jesus. It formed before Christ, BC. But in between, at some point, yes, the Edomite had a rulership, all right, and then we came back again, and then finally, during the Renaissance, that's when the Europeans took control of that situation, meaning of Europe. So we have to go back to school with this one, right? So I'm reading it. Say, sorry, Adam, meaning Adam, sir, for being a victim of white supremacist editing. But allow me to enlighten you on the wrongly painted Caesar, because they fabricated a coin, to make it, and we put like a needle my face on the coin. When you go to certain places, they show, oh, this is Julius Caesar. But the real coin of Julius Caesar is somewhere in the underground of the Vatican.
Oh, sure.
It's hidden somewhere. All right. So he says, his significance in history cannot be correctly established without visiting his origins. He was descendant of the Trojan, even so the Trojan as well were Jews. Israelites. Yeah. The Trojan, Aeneas, all right? Aeneas. A-E-N-N-A-S. Yeah? Aeneas. The only descendant of Priam that left that besieged city with his breath. The Aeneas fled the burning city secretly by night. He carried with him all the idols of the temples and most of his royal black Trojans' genes. All right. Priam's brother was the Ethiopian king, father of the black Memnon. People that know history will know who Memnon was. A very powerful, warrior at some point in time. And the reason why they say Ethiopian, because at some time the Greek used to call everyone in that land Ethiopian, because Ethiopian come from Ethiop, and Ethiop means burnt face, meaning black.
Awesome.
So our people were called Kushi, our people were called Ethiopian. I'm talking about Israelite. All right? Just like Paul was mistaken for an Egyptian in the New Testament. Okay? So he said, Priam's brother was the Ethiopian king, father of the black Memnon. So work it out, you white lackey, if that makes him white. His first stop was Africa, in Libya. We're talking about Julius, Caesar, right? Safely welcomed by the black empress Dido, okay, who fled Sidon. And we know that Sidon is by North Africa, man. Tyre and Sidon is North Africa, it's not Lebanon. Or the original Lebanon is in that land, is Morocco. So it's in North Africa. Because that's where the Sea of Galilee is found. The havens of sheep. Okay? The havens of sheep is in Galilee, North Africa. That circle between North Africa and the well, the Mediterranean Sea is the Galilee, basically.
Not the
Galilee.
Not the Galilee that's portrayed.
They're just moving up north, because even the place that we call Israel today is just North Africa. It used to be called Egypt before. That's why they had now to create that Canal of Suez, okay? Canal of Suez in the 1950s, all right? And then they will name that place called Israel Middle East. There's no such thing as Middle East, man. It is the East. All right, so understand that, man. Okay, so he said his first stop was Africa and Libya, safely welcomed by the Black Empress Dido, who fled Zidon to her ancestral home Africa for fear of her murderous Zidonian black brother. He survived the great tempestuous winds Hera sent to devastate him, and his crew such that he lost many ships on his fleet. But by mercy of Thor, Black Zeus, he reached Africa. All right, and Zeus is a black god as well. He was a black god, you know.
So
Right, Zeus, all of that with God. But there were people, there were strong people. So what I used to do before, if someone is strong, and he died, they deify someone to make him God after his death. Like a deity. All right. So he said, after a good rest at the courteous reception of the Black Empress, he set sail for Italy, where he conquered the land and established the Roman Empire.
Okay.
All right. So Julius, you know, was the Levite along the Issachar tribe that we're gonna go into now. They're the one that set up, you know, they're the one that conquered Italy. So we talk about the Moors, the Sicilian, and that. They are the children of those Moors that went there and conquered the place, kill all the men, and have sex with a woman. Okay, that's why a lot of them were light skinned and that. They scattered, but they're Israelite though. A lot of them are Israel, so the mafia and that, all of those guys, they're Israelite.
I had when I watched like mafia films and all that.
You had that vibe, innit?
Yeah, I think these guys are like
our people.
Yeah, our people.
Yeah.
No, obviously it's been revealed now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I felt that way, innit?
All right.
I say felt, but that's what I thought.
Right. So now to further prove that, you know, Caesar Julius was a Levite, we're going to use a precept to understand. Go to Leviticus 20 and 26. You know, the severed Jews, obviously as compared to other nations, we severed as well. But in Israel, the seven Jews are the Israelite, are the Levite, right?
7, yeah?
You know, no, go to Leviticus 20 and 26. You know? Further prove, make a point. You know? The reason why it's 7 is because the tax is paid to them. You know, like the lesson we did last week. You know, and we don't want no money from you guys. We're not begging you for money. We're just explaining how it's done according to the Spirit, according to the Bible, how it's supposed to be done. We're not forcing you to give no money. It's not that at all. It's not our energy at all. You know? Yeah, read it.
21 or 20?
No. Leviticus 20, verse 26.
Okay. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26.
Right?
And ye shall be holy unto me.
Right? And you shall be holy unto me, carry on.
For I, the Lord, am holy.
For I, the Lord, am holy.
And have separated you
right
from other people,
right,
that you should be mine.
You see that? That severed you from other people that you should be mine.
Yes.
Understand that? All right. Now jump to Hebrews 7 and 5. You know, Hebrews 7 and 5. What does he say?
This is Hebrews chapter 7, verse 5.
Right.
You too, thank you.
Take care.
Verse 5. And verily, they that are of...
You see, we're speaking about the scattered one, you know, and then she looked like a needle, man.
Yeah.
But she could be Jake. So a spirit bear witness to that. She doesn't even know what, you know? And that's how a lot of the so-called Caucasian that are actually chicks.
Yeah.
That's how they're gonna come in the fold. It's all spiritual.
The Portuguese are like
Yeah,
chicks
a lot of Portuguese, a lot of Spain, Spanish and that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a lesson at some point
Sure.
that will explain a lot of things regarding those guys.
Yeah.
Right. So carry on.
This is the book of Hebrews.
Right.
Chapter 7, verse 5.
Right.
And verily,
Right.
they that are of the sons of Levi,
See that verily there as of the son of Levi, carrier.
who received the office of the priesthood,
Right, who received the office of the priesthood, carrier.
have a commandment to take tithes
Have a commandment to take tithes,
of the people according to the law.
You see that? According to through the Spirit, that Julius Caesar guy, that Roman wasn't an Edomite, it was a Levi. That's why they was paying tribute to him.
According to the law.
And his name is actually was given to him as a title because the Most High wanted to manifest that reality so that today, we will be able to see that through the Spirit. That's why even the name that your parents give you, those are bearing witness to who you were in the past, man. It's all spiritual. You see? Carry on. Is that it?
No. That is of their brethren,
Right?
though they come out of the loins of Abraham.
Right.
Family, basically.
Right. So go to now Deuteronomy 10 and 9. Deuteronomy 10 and 9.
This is the book of Deuteronomy,
Right?
chapter 10, verse 9.
Right.
Wherefore, Levi
Right?
have no part
See that therefore Levi have no part,
nor inheritance
no inheritance
with his brethren.
with his brethren.
The Lord is his inheritance,
The Lord is in inheritance.
according to the Lord thy Yahweh
According to the law,
promised him.
right. According to the law that Yahweh promised him.
Yeah.
All right, so it goes on to, go on to the paying of the tax. All right, and you guys are paying 20%. When you go to work, you're paying 20%.
Oh,
The reason instead of paying 10, you're paying 20. Why? Because you're rebellious. Now, if we stayed in the commandment in the law, we'll be paying just 10% to the Levite. Fast forward now, we're in captivity, paying 20%. Man, it's the curse.
And it's 17.5.
Well, it's 20%
Round up to 20,
generates 20%.
So if you was living to the ways of your house,
we'll be paying 10% because we wouldn't be in a. So you see, they must have doubled your pain. They must have doubled your pain, and like I say, the reason why we're not organized, the reason why we're not in Israel, I'm talking about in Israel because we don't pay tithe to the Levite. You know what I'm saying? But I know some people will say, but you're gonna see, as the Most High unfold, the different events that will take place. You will see. You will see, man.
That's what I said.
You will see. You will see, man. So now, so obviously I will show you, the blue letter, definition and this and that, the 7th Jude and all of that. You will have it like I usually do. Yeah. Now, let's go now into the Punites. Who were the because the Punites. Because if you look into it, go to Wikipedia, and type the Punic War. You will understand it. Go into it, you will understand whatever we're talking about. We don't want to go too deep into it because you can go and read it yourself. The war happened, The second war was between Scipio Africanus, and the term Africanus, was given to the Jews because they were under that Rome vibration. They were speaking Latin. So Africanus, just like Africanus. Funny enough, when I was in Africa and I was rapping, my name was Afronic. Just to say that I'm African, I'm Israelite, but I'm African, Right, so that's a same spirit, Africanus, because that Africanus goes into the Latin. So When he says Scipio Africanus, it's a Jake, man. So Scipio Africanus was fighting against who? Hannibal Barca. Hannibal. And Hannibal was a Jake as well. That's why that town's Barcelona.
Yeah.
Because he conquered all those areas, man.
Barca.
You know Barca, man. Yeah?
Wow, history's deep, isn't it?
Yeah. You know? So this is no joke, man. Alright, so let's go into it now. Let's go into it, yeah? So like I said, research about the Punic War, and you understand the history of the Punites. Yeah? The Punic. Alright? Yeah, that's a nice thing. Yeah, man. Which one will you take though?
Either one, bro.
Damn it, man.
Speak Latin, not Latin.
Right, so who are the Punites? They are like Latinos. Where are and also to the spirit, you see, I'm talking about them, because the Carthaginians also got taken all the way to Colombia, man. That's why you got Cartagena. Go and check it, go on Google and type Cartagena. Which country in South America you found that town? You see? Because you got the Carthaginians of South America. Where do you think they came from? When they got defeated by Scipio Africanus, they got shipped to that place, man.
Which country? What?
So, put Cartagena, which is Cartagena, Yeah, that's a Carthage, yeah? Come on. So put Cartagena, so you see, put E, G. Yeah, but put Cartagena in South America. And I'm sure they got a city over there. I think it's Colombia or something like that. You know? Alright, and these people for the most part are Issachar. You see that? But we, the brothers in America say that,
right.
It's Colombia. See, they say that,
Show it.
Show it. You know, because the brothers say that, Mexico is Issachar, but no, they're all over the place, man. You know, it's not only Benjamin that you see in Jamaica, man. Okay, it's not only Benjamin that you see in America. You got Reubenite, you got Simeonite, you know. You got Levi in Jamaica, man. But yeah, the culture is somewhat of Benjamin. Let's say Benjamin dominates the culture over there. Okay. See, the Cartagena in Colombia. So these people were taken down. Why do you think they named that? Because of the history, man.
History, yeah.
Something happened. The Punic War, the Second Punic War, man. So it wasn't a war between the Edomite and the African. No, it was a war among themselves. Even in Europe, there was a 100 years war amongst the Jake, man. Okay, Jake been ruling this thing for a long time. Esau had a little time, bro, to reign. But just because we are in that time today where they're ruling, we think they'll be ruling forever.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? It's not the case. And when you go to school, all you learn is the whitewash, side of the or a side or version of history. But you have to, but trust me, they have the history, hidden in libraries and places, because in the 1800s, there was two guys that used to go all over Europe that were teaching the people the history of the Moors and the Jacobite, man, the rulership. It's right there in the records, but how people don't study.
Yeah.
See, but the Spirit revealing this thing for us now to know.
If you want to study, you need a spirit on you.
Yeah, you definitely. Otherwise, you're gonna make mistake, man.
Trust me, because you have the spirit on you, give you that energy, that strength.
Right.
To do your due diligence.
That's right. That's right.
And a lot of our people, like, I've been through it myself. When you're trying to research, like, you feel tired. I know, forget this is long.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to spray it off, man.
Yeah, fire
Pray
off.
off, man. Get the Issachar, man.
Trust me.
Get the Issachar, have shower with the Issachar, bro.
Get your spirit right.
You know, get your spirit right. You might say, oh, it's, you know, the spirit, but the body, like I said in French, they say, un esprit saint dans un corps saint, meaning a Holy Spirit in a holy body.
Trust. That's powerful.
So if you clean your body with Issachar, it will help you because your body, since your body is in wherever you are, whatever, under the rule of Babylon, there's a lot of things that your body carries.
Debris.
Yes, debris, and so you have to clean it, man.
Yeah.
It's all spiritual. But the spirit works with the body. That's why the Bible says your body is the temple of Yahweh.
Of course, keep it
You
holy.
have to clean it with Issachar. That's just common sense. So when you do that, you see that heaviness of Babylon will go off, you know, as time goes, and then you will be, your spirit, you know, you'll be like a vessel, and the spirit will come, it will channel, you know, information through you. That's what I believe he did with the brother Ashan, and that's what now he's doing with us, man. That's just how it is, you know. So the tribe of Issachar, for the most part, set up the Roman Empire along with Levi like Julius Caesar. Okay, so history shows that Timbuktu, which is in Mali, yeah, Timbuktu is, if not the capital of Mali, yeah. So Timbuktu, you know, was at the time the center of knowledge. That's why the first university in Europe, I believe it's called Salamanca, okay, was set up by the Moors who came with knowledge, science, physics, art, music, alchemy, and algebra. All right, and you know the people who master those things at Issachar, because they know the time, they can read science time. They're into astrology and, you know, in chemistry and alchemy.
You know what the girl I chatted to last night? We was talking, she's like, what star sign?
Yeah.
I don't really follow them to them, I'm the Aries, isn't it? But she was like saying, I'm a Taurus.
Oh, she's a Taurus?
Yeah. And then obviously I said, you know what, I don't really believe in them to that, I believe in the Most High. Okay. So.
Yeah, but numerology is a real thing though. But even the Bible is full of numerology, man.
You right there, sister?
You know?
You know you're Israelite, right? You know you're Israelite, right? Where you from?
I'm African. I don't know about Israelite, but
Come, let us chat to you quickly.
Right, as you can see yourself, you know. But Malak, get First Maccabee and 8. First Maccabee and 8. And we're gonna go into it now, because that's the reason why I broke down all of that. You know, for you to understand that. For you to understand. But
What? First Maccabees?
yeah,
So
but
8.
before you read it, I'd like to do something quickly, yeah?
Alright.
So I'd like to go to the sons of Issachar. I'll put that in the edit, but for sake of teaching, I'll quickly do something. You know? Yeah, so if I go to Genesis 14 and 49 and 4, what does he say about Issachar? Oh no, not even that. No, I don't need to go there. I'll go to Issachar's sons. That's what we want to get. Yeah? Issachar's sons. Right. Genesis 46 and 13. So he said, and the sons of Issachar, Tola and Puvah, and Job and Shimron, yeah? But let's go into
That's the sons of Issachar.
yeah, let's go into Tola and
Tola.
Puvah, huh?
Tola or Torah?
Tola and Puvah.
Tola, sounds Nigerian.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let me click on it. Let me go to the Antilina. You know, hopefully it's not too slow, because you know how it goes, man. For some reason, you know, when you're on your phone in that, these blue letter is very slow. You know, we don't know why. Because they know that the activity, they can see that the Israelites are searching it hard. That's why they're acting like that, man. Well, since I'm not stupid out here, and I kind of know that this will happen, I had a screenshot of of the Punite, for example, right? So the Punite, it says Punite means scattered. You see that? Punite means scattered, man. All right, those scattered children of I will show you. I will show it to you. I'll put it. I don't know if you can see it, but I will definitely put it in the edit. So Selaka, if you can't see it, right? So Punite, all right. The Punites were the Punic, yeah, the Punic War. That's what he's talking about. The Punite, yeah, the scattered, all right. The scattered, man, and the scattered. Why? The scattered children of Israel, man. The Cornelius in them, the Issacharites. All right, they left, the motherland Africa. They went to Italy, and they conquered the rest of Europe. But they mainly made the Roman Empire, man. All right.
They must have been mighty then.
Yeah. So think about it, yeah. Go to Genesis 49 and 14, talking about the Issacharites. Because even when you go into the dream that Daniel had, yeah, the dream that Daniel had about the different, kingdom and that, that Iron Kingdom, it was the kingdom of the of the Roman, which were the Issacharites. Because what's the prophecy regarding the Issacharites? Let's read it, man. These are strong people, man.
Am I reading?
Yeah. Read it, Genesis 49 and 14.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 14. Issachar,
right,
is a strong ass.
Issachar is a strong ass.
Couching down between two birds.
You see that? Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two birds. I will explain the two birds and the big ones to start reading the first Maccabees 8. But they were strong people, man. Okay? They were strong people. Then when you go into Tola, the other son, Tola, it goes into worm. And that worm is the crimson. The crimson. The red color, yeah, the crimson, and that's the reason why the back in time, the Roman, soldiers, they used to have that red garment on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the red cape on.
The red.
Right, all of that is spiritual, man. It goes into Tola, the son of Tola, which means worm, which is the crimson, because they used to use that worm to bring that color, the color red.
Reddish.
The reddish color, you see? So that's the spirit, man, that you can see. Okay, those people, so that means the people who pierced, the centurion who pierced Yahushai, all right, they were Israelite, they weren't Edomite. Okay, they were Israelite, man.
He was killed by his own people.
Yeah, because Yahushua was a sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
So if Yahushua is a sacrifice, it means that who were sacrificing, who were doing the sacrifice in the kingdom, in the tabernacle? The Levites. So only an Israelite can sacrifice the sacrifice, can kill the sacrifice, which was Yahushua. If Edomite ain't gonna kill the sacrifice, it don't make sense. Do you get that?
So, yeah.
No, you need to get it. I say,
I get it.
Yahushua was meant to be the sacrifice
Only an Israelite
for the Israelites. So only an Israelite sacrifice, just as in the tabernacle, all right, the Levi would sacrifice the animal. But Yahushua was an atonement for Israel. And Edomite cannot enter the temple, man. So all those centurion, they were Jake. That's what you people don't understand. All right? All the centurion, they were Jake. Now, you had the Herodian, and what happened with the Herodian dynasty, especially the Herodian that were there, that when you read, I believe in the same chapter, go to Matthew 22 quickly, before I carry on with the lesson. That's just something, an information that's supposed to be brought up. You know? I think it's Matthew 22, right? Let me check it myself. Matthew. Matthew. Right, read 16. Read it slowly. Matthew 22 verse 16. Read it slowly. I'll show you something.
It's the book of Matthew,
Right?
chapter 22, verse 16.
Right?
And they sent out unto him their disciples with the Herodians, saying,
The Herodians. Read it again from the top. Like that.
This is Matthew, chapter 22, verse 16. And they sent out unto him their disciples with the Herodians.
Right. We've
saying, Master, we know that thou art true and teachest the way of Yahweh in truth. Neither carest thou for any man, for thou regardest not the person of men.
Right, so he's saying the Herodians. So when you read it here, it says here, and they sent out unto him the disciple with the Herodians. And who are the Herodians? The Herodians are the children, the family, the dynasty of Herod. And Herod, that particular Herod, his wife, okay, was an Eve, an Israelite, a daughter of Zion. That's what he used to do. Yes, wicked. So what he did, he had children, okay, for a long time, generation, he had children with one Eve. So all the children that came and the children after, you know, they had that mixed race look on them. So they will pass for who? They will pass for Israelite, but they're actually tares.
Tares?
Yeah, tares being a Edomite, for example, that had a child with an Israelite. The baby will come looking like a mixed race, like us, and like it, but indeed, he's an Edomite. Because the father carried the seed. You are of your father. Yeah, go on and talk.
But you're talking about Herod shot. Herod the Edomite.
Herod seed line.
But was Herod the Edomite?
Yes, he was an Edomite.
So if his children, if he had children, his children are Israelites because he's not an Israelite.
Yes, exactly. Well, because he had those children with the daughter of Zion, the so-called black lady, the children would come out like looking like what?
Mixed race.
Right.
But the thing is, if that's the case, they're not Israel because obviously you're only Israelite from their dads.
Yes.
So technically they're not Israelites.
They're not Israelites. But they
look like Israelites,
yes.
but they're not.
But what happened now, they were in cohort brainwashing the Levi, the Pharisees, some of the Pharisees. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So they were around in that time.
Okay.
And they learned the laws, and they will act like they're even, you know, they were in the Pharisee side and Pharisee circle, and that's the reason why Yahweh Shai told them something. Before I move on, I wanted to make that point. Yeah. So go to he told them this. Go to John 8:44. Start at 44. Let's see what Yahweh Shai said to these serpents. Just like today, they mingled among us. Some of them, they look like us, they act like us, but they're not us. But when the time comes, the Most High will get rid of the tares, man.
You can tell by the spirit anyway.
Yeah, by the spirit anyway. But they will be around us though. You know.
This is the book of John.
They'll be your cousin, your nieces, and whatever. But they're not your blood. Indeed, but they're part of the family though.
Yeah, but they're not us though.
Yeah, exactly. But not Israelite. Yeah, read it.
This is the book of John, chapter 8.
Right.
Verse 44.
Bring that up.
Ye are of your father.
You are of your father,
the devil.
The devil.
and the lust of your father
Right.
he will do.
Right.
He
See?
was a murderer from the beginning,
You see that?
and abode not in the truth, because
that?
there is no truth in him.
Right.
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own tongue.
Right.
He speaketh of his own.
Right.
He is a liar and the father of it.
Right. So who? That's the Esau right there, man. The spirit of Cain that murdered his brother Abel.
Yeah.
In reincarnation came back. He came back as Esau. And Esau still doing the same thing. So those children, those Herodian, Yahushua knew that their father were who? Herod,
Yeah.
the devil, the Edomite.
So hell tried to kill him, though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that. Probably I don't.
Tried to kill him when he was a kid, didn't it?
I need to get into that.
That's in the book of Matthew.
Yeah, probably. Well, you know what I'm saying by that. So
Yeah.
I wanted to make that point. Now that I made the point,
Yeah.
you know, let's move on. We're almost done. Okay, so now I will put as well in the edit the Torah. You know, to see that it's mean worm and one mean crimson. So all those, you know, Roman powerful army that you had before back in time. Obviously, like I said, the Edomite at some point took over as well. But for the most part, it was Jake, man. People like Septimius Severus, all of these people, they were Jake, man. You know, they were Jake. Julius Caesar, you know, Scipio Africanus, you know, Hannibal Barca. These people were Jake. So we ruled BC and AD. All right, we ruled BC and AD, but we only talk about the AD, the Dark Ages. But the Dark Ages started way before, you know, BC. AD was BC as well. You see, with Julius Caesar and Scipio Africanus and them, man.
Yeah.
All right, so Scipio Africanus is not an Edomite; it's a Jake. It was a Jake, man. It was a war between the Jakes. Just like here during the Reformation, between the Catholics and the Protestant, it was a Jake war, man. Okay? And I'll tell you one thing as well.
Yeah.
Oliver Cromwell, people know what I'm talking about. He wasn't an Edomite. He was a Jake, a ruddy, light-skinned Jake that was getting rid of those Irish that were Catholic, I believe. Yes. Was getting rid of the Catholic one. Because before that, I believe, you know, the daughter of King Henry VIII, you know, Mary, that was called Bloody Mary, you know, was in power, and in that short time in power, she murdered a lot of Protestants because she was a stone cold, you know, Catholic. The mom was Catholic.
What was Henry VIII on the Catholic side or on the
Protestant side.
Why did his daughter kill Catholics?
Huh?
Why did his daughter kill?
Because his daughter was the daughter of his first wife, which was a Catholic woman. So his daughter, Mary, took on her mom's side and customs. So when she got on power, she started to kill all the Protestants. That's why they call them Bloody Mary. Go into the history, Bloody Mary.
Yeah, I know about that. I know about that.
You know?
Oh, swear, you know Italian people.
Who?
You know Italian people.
Yeah.
They have this drink, the tomato drink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
I think they call that Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary, come on. That's that history right there, man. All these people were Jake. Mary was a Jake, man. Queen Elizabeth I was a Jake. You know? You see the history that people don't know about. But anyway, so, like I said, I'll put an edit to show the Tola and the Punites. Yeah. So when you hear Punic War, understand that come from the Punites, one of the children of Issachar. You know, a strong ass, very strong. All right, now get yes. And then once you do that,
What verse?
Psalm 1. First Maccabees 8, chapter 8, verse 1.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 8, verse 1.
Bring that out.
Now Judas had heard of the fame of the Romans.
See that? Judah, I've heard. Judas was what? The Levite, Judah Maccabee. He was a Levite in Greece, and he heard the fame of Carrion.
that they were mighty,
That they were mighty, you see,
and valiant
and
men.
valiant men, the strong ass man.
Yeah.
Esau is not a valiant man. The men of valor are Israelite, man. Get it right. Understand that. Carry on.
And such as would lovingly
Right.
accept all that join themselves
Right.
unto them,
You see that? Carry on.
and make them and make a league of amity
Right.
with all that came unto them.
Right. Now I want you to stay here and go back down to Genesis 49 and 19 to understand the spirit of Issachar.
This is what Judas.
Judas Maccabee. Judas Maccabee.
It's not.
This is first Maccabee. Look, first Maccabee.
Yeah.
The Maccabees.
It's not the
Read-
same
read
Judas.
the whole thing.
It's not the same disciple.
No,
not
it's
the same
Judas
Judas.
Maccabee. No, it's Maccabee. You see the history of the Maccabees.
This is not the same Judas, no.
No,
I thought it was.
no, it can't be. So that's the difference. This is before. This is before Judas Iscariot.
Oh yeah.
This is BC.
BC.
This is BC.
Swear.
You know, this is BC, man.
Okay.
Judas Maccabee is 80.
Hey.
No, it's not even 80. It's while
BC.
Jesus is alive.
Oh. So it's neither BC or AD.
Well, it could be 80 because his history was told after the death and the resurrection of Yahweh Shai.
But
Right?
technically he wasn't dead, so it's not AD.
Yeah, but his history carried on. It's AD. Are we speaking about Yahweh Shai today?
Not talking about Yahushua.
Are we talking about Yahweh Shai today? Are we teaching about Yahweh Shai today?
No.
Are we teaching about Yahweh Shai today?
We're speaking about.
Yes, we're speaking about Yahweh Shai today.
Yeah, obviously,
Everyone knows about Yahweh Shai, but is he
Yeah.
dead? Is he resurrected?
Of course.
Yes. So he carries on, right?
Oh, I think today
Same
as
thing for Judah.
in this lesson.
Come on. Are we teaching
I got it,
Yahweh
bro.
Shai in this day and age?
Yes.
So that's AD, right?
Yeah.
But he's with us in spirit, but
Yeah.
not in flesh, right?
Yeah.
But we're still talking about it. So it's the same Judah Iscariot.
I think today as in this lesson.
No. All right. Read Genesis 49.
So not
40.
as well.
That's fine. At least you're learning. Man. It's slow, but hey, everybody has their own pace. Man. At the end of the day, what's important is to carry on. Man.
Genesis what?
Genesis 49 and 14. But I prefer rather that don't know, it's a bit slow to learn, but he's faithful, he's always trying to learn, come and do his thing. The brother that is so-called quick, but he's never there. He's doing other things, it's not on the field. It's not on the field, man. Yeah.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49,
Right.
verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass,
Right, so see, Issachar is a strong ass, carry on,
couching down
catch him down.
between two burdens.
See, between two burdens. So here, those two burdens would be considered between two people fighting. Because when the Roman, if you know the reason the Roman in Italy, what they did, when there's war somewhere, they would go sort it out. That's why they talk about the republic. That term republic, it come from the Romans, man. All right, it come from so they're giving the peace back to people. They sort out thing. They put democracy, and then the only thing you do is to pay tribute, which the verse 15 we go into. So read it.
Oh yeah, verse 15. And he saw that rest was good.
And he saw that rest was good, meaning peace was good. Because these Roman, that wasn't like, we'll take over you, we'll smash you down like this Edomite do. That's why it's two different spirit. When I talk about what they do, they destroyed us, man. But what the Roman back in time, the Israel would do, they would let you with your whatever culture, wherever, they will make sure you pay tribute. They will organize you so you can have peace, no more war, but you're gonna pay tribute to them. That's what it goes into in verse 15. So read it.
And the land that it
Right?
was pleasant,
See?
and bowed his shoulder to
See?
bear.
Right. So he was very strong. He would go to on the conquest only to set up, the rule and order, law and order. Because Issachar somewhere he says as well that he's some sort of a judge as well. Somewhere he says that in the Bible. So that's the spirit. Carry on.
And became a servant unto tribute.
Became a servant unto tribute. So it means that people will pay tribute to them. That's the reason why even Julius Caesar, but because he was a Levite, but Issachar as well, people used to pay tribute unto the Roman, man. That's where the tax comes from. You know? Alright? So then go back to it. Go back to
This is First Maccabees chapter 8,
right?
verse 2. And they,
right?
and that they were men of great valor.
But men of great valor.
It was told him also of their wars and noble acts which they had done among the Galatians.
Right, see? They have done among the Galatians, read it.
And how they had conquered them.
Right.
And brought them under tribute.
Right, you see that?
Tribute's there again.
Right, and you see, they have brought them under tribute. So those Galatians, you know, it was the Edomite. It wasn't necessarily the Jake, man. In the New Testament, at that point, you will see that those Galatians, a lot of the Jake there will become Galatian because they will take away the culture and that. But they were Edomite as well. Because you think about Maccabees, you think about what before that, who was ruling? The four governors of who? Of Alexander the Great. He went and conquered Europe, man.
The whole of Europe.
Yeah, conquered the world. Alexander the Great conquered Africa, Egypt, and all of that, man. But we came back at it as well, you know. You know, the Judas Maccabee that got off.
Alexander conquered Africa as well.
Yes, he did.
The whole of it.
You know, have you heard of Alexandria?
Alexandria. Or Alexandria.
Have you heard of the town in Egypt called Alexandria? Yeah, Alexandria is a town. It's a well-known town. There are a lot of Jews there.
Okay.
There's a famous, library there.
To this day.
You know, to this day, and Alexandria goes back to, Alexander the Great.
Okay.
Right, so that's how you know that he conquered. Some of the places.
Well, why are you not so fascinated with Egypt?
Because Egypt,
Egyptology.
if you can, Egypt, we live there. That's how the whole nation was birthed. So they have to go there and conquer that place and hide certain information, and scatter the people so that we don't find. Because who find out who the real Egyptian is, will find out who the real Jews are, who the real Israel are. Because our history is connected to their history. Because our nation was birthed. It's when Joseph went there that the rest of the brothers, Judah, all of them went there.
Yeah. Even Israel himself.
Yeah, Jacob himself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, let's carry on.
Verse 3. And what they had done in the country of Spain for the winning of the mines of the silver and gold.
Right, so they won there. So then this thing, the people went there conquered, man. You got the example of Hannibal Barca. That's why Barcelona is named after that name, Barca. Yeah, Barcelona. All right, Barca. Yeah, all of that is a Jake vibration. Yeah?
Okay.
And through the spirit, there's a lot of Jake in Spain and in Portugal.
That's true.
Yeah, if you see the woman that got shaved. I've seen them. I used to do security somewhere in a shop in London, and there were a lot of them coming just to work a few months and go back. Oh man, they got some shapes, man. They got some shit. They will tell you I only love black.
Yeah, sure.
They only love black because it's spirit bear witness. They're going back to the brothers now. And that's why it goes into that Revelation 7 and 9. That mixed multitude. That's what it's talking about. Those. But we're gonna do it. At some point, we're gonna do a lesson about that as well. Very powerful lesson. So yeah, carry on.
Verse 4. And that by their policy and patience they had conquered all the place, though it were very far from them.
Right. Read it.
And the kings also that came against them from the uttermost part of the earth, till they had discomfited them, and given them a great overthrow, so that the rest did give them tribute every year.
You see that tribute is coming again, you see?
Yeah.
It's back to Issachar, man. pay tribute as well Levi. Remember, Levi always been around all the tribes. And that's how we found that Julius Caesar, which is a 7th Jew, and Levi, will also help in, setting up, build up the Roman Empire.
Verse 5. Beside this, how they had discomfited in battle Philip and Perseus, king of the Scythians.
Right, all of those Kittims. All of those were the Edomite that ruled under Alexander, and they got beaten by those Jakes, man, those Romans. You see that? Yeah.
With others that lifted up themselves against them,
right,
and had overcome them. Verse 6. How also Antiochus,
see that?
the great king of Asia,
See that Antiochus was one of the 4 generals of who? Of Alexander the Great, man.
I swear,
Yeah, so read it.
that came against them
See that?
in
That
battle.
came against them in battle. So the Edomite went against the Roman Jake in battle, man. See, it's clear as day.
Yeah.
The carrier?
Having 120 elephants,
Right.
with horsemen and chariots, and a very great army, was discomfited by them. Verse 7. And how they took him alive and covenanted
Yeah,
that he
and
such as reigned
Yeah.
after him should pay a great tribute and give hostages, and that which was agreed upon. Verse 8.
That's it. All right, so you can read the rest to understand. We don't just need to read these precepts so you can understand that, I'm talking about the Jakes, man. All right, so, first Maccabees 8, pertaineth to the Roman Jakes, from the tribe, predominantly from the tribe of Issachar. All right, so that's it, man. That's a revelation today. That's a revelation today, man. And I did that because, like I said, a lady asked that question, with one of the brothers, of GMS, and he did say that those were Edomite. But we proved to you that they're not Edomite, man. But it's okay because, the Most High now want to use, Church of Yahweh Shai 144, the second circle, to bring certain revelation for Israel. So we're in it's a new day, man. It's a new day in Israel, So with that, hopefully you will edify, we'll turn to the east, and we'll give our praises. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Baha, Baka, Badash. Go on Israel, Abba, man. Shalom Israel, man.
Shalom Israel.
Shalom.